Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. The Warriors made 3 good signings in free agency, but they are still looking to make more updates to the roster, with a preference for a player with good scoring power to help Stephen Curry. Rumors, trade between 3 teams and Warriors sending Andrew Wiggins to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Golden State Warriors have made multiple moves this summer to add depth to their roster after losing Klay Thompson in free agency after 13 years with the franchise. We're in a new era of the Warriors, one where Stephen Curry will be expected to contribute more than he ever has before, despite turning 37 years old next season. The Warriors must add some offensive panache next to Curry to help the team have a sustainable route to success in the 2024-25 season. The Cleveland Cavaliers are still looking for answers to their lack of playable depth at small forward in a starting 5 with 2 offense-oriented guards and 2 defense-oriented bigs. They could gain a massive upgrade at wing if they join as a third team in a trade where the Warriors go after Brooklyn Nets forward Cameron Johnson, with the 2 contending teams gaining an ideal win-now wing while the Nets consolidate assets. Golden State Warriors receive Cameron Johnson. Cleveland Cavaliers receive Andrew Wiggins. Brooklyn Nets receive Caris LeVert, Moses Moody, Ty Jerome, 2026 first-round pick, GSW. This deal allows the Nets to receive multiple assets for Johnson and is a better return than they would get in a 1-to-1 deal with most contending teams in the NBA. The Cavaliers get a cheap upgrade with Andrew Wiggins, who might fare better on the East Coast with a defined 3-and-D role on the Cavaliers under new head coach Kenny Atkinson. The Warriors add a wing scorer with strong defensive instincts to better position them to be competitive in the West. The Warriors have made solid moves this summer to replace the outgoing Klay Thompson. Buddy Hield, DeAnthony Melton, and Kyle Anderson add positive qualities to the team as serviceable veterans, but none of these players can be a realistic secondary option to Curry. Jonathan Kuminga will have the support to blossom into that role on the wing, with Johnson being the perfect defensive addition to further refine the team's offensive firepower. He averaged 13.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2.4 assists on the Nets last season, staying steady as a featured option on a team with little direction. Given how important Johnson was for the Suns when they were cracking 60 wins in the regular season and making the NBA Finals, the Warriors could create a similar environment to succeed for Johnson. He's one of the best shooters in the NBA at his position, making the Warriors one of the scariest scoring teams in the NBA with Curry, Hield, and Johnson on the wing. Losing Wiggins would be a big blow given his defensive contributions were crucial in their 2022 title run, but his departure expands the responsibilities for Jonathan Kuminga, who's fighting for a max contract extension this season. Giving him additional responsibilities while adding a complementary frontcourt player like Johnson would put everyone in a position to succeed. This deal marks a clear step up for the Warriors, who will resemble a team with enough top-end and rotational talent around Stephen Curry to make a legitimate push for a championship. In addition, Johnson is under a solid contract with a few more years left, which helps the Warriors continue having multiple well-paid players around one supermax star like Curry as compared to what teams were doing with big threes in the past. If this deal doesn't work out, especially in the short term, losing their 2026 first-round pick could be a major concern for the franchise. Wiggins also is a proven quantity, and Moody is a former first-round pick who could have more value, so they'll be teetering close to an overpay for unimpressive results. Golden State Warriors reportedly sign elite college playmaker. Former St. Louis Billikens standout Yuri Collins spent last season with the Santa Cruz Warriors, Golden State Warriors G League affiliate. Averaging 4.9 assists in just 24.7 minutes per game, 8.3 per 36 minutes, Collins showed off some of his elite playmaking ability that made him such a high-level point guard in college. Averaging 7.6 assists per game in 4 seasons at St. Louis, Collins averaged a career-high 10.1 in his senior year. leading the Atlantic 10 Conference in assists each season from 2021 to 2023, Collins was an elite floor general for St. Louis. Now in the Warriors organization, Collins has reportedly signed a training camp deal with the big club. The Golden State Warriors have signed guard Yuri Collins to a training camp deal, a league source told at Spotrac. Via Keith Smith of Spotrac, the Golden State Warriors have signed guard Yuri Collins to a training camp deal, a league source told at Spotrac. The Warriors have had some success in recent years with players like Collins, who were already in the organization but had little to no previous NBA experience. A recent example is Gue Santos, who had spent most of his professional career in the G League before playing some key rotation minutes at times for Steve Kerr last season. While a path to Golden State's standard roster is hard to see for Collins, perhaps he can turn some heads in training camp with elite his passing ability.